Hi class, today I want to talk about the importance of reading comprehension. First, can anybody tell me what reading comprehension is? Reading comprehension is when you read a story and it's everything that you comprehend and all of the information within the text and within the story that helps you answer questions, understand the story and what's going on. Reading comprehension is important because it helps you understand what you're reading and it makes learning new things fun and easier. So to start, I'm going to provide you guys with a story example from my morning, and I then want you guys to tell me parts of the story, what you think might happen next. I will pause throughout my story and you guys can answer questions, and that will give us a good start for you guys comprehending my story example, which will help you later in class. So let me just pull it up. I wrote it on my computer. Miss Emma woke up on a rainy Monday morning, ready to start her week. She quickly got dressed and had breakfast, feeling excited about the reading comprehension lesson she had planned for her students. She had prepared some graphic organizers to help them understand the main ideas and details of the story they would read together. As she was about to leave, Miss Emma realized she couldn't find her lesson plan folder. Does anybody know why that might be a problem? Why would I need my lesson plan folder for the day? Yes, I need my lesson plan folder because that is how I teach you guys, and that's all the information we need to have a successful day. All right, I'm going to continue with my story. Miss Emma took a deep breath and decided to think of a solution. All right, I'm going to pause one more time. Does anybody have a clue or an idea about what my solution might be to solve my problem? Many stories have a problem and a solution. So what do you think my solution is going to be? Those are some good guesses, so let's go on with our story and see what's going to happen. Miss Emma took a deep breath and decided to think of a solution. She remembered that she had saved a digital copy of her lesson plan on her laptop. She quickly opened her laptop, found the file, and printed out the necessary materials. She also emailed a copy to herself just in case she needed it later. Feeling relieved, Miss Emma grabbed her bag and headed to school. She arrived just in time to set up her classroom. She arranged the desks, placed the printed graphic organizers on each one, and wrote the day's objectives on the board. When the students arrived, Miss Emma was ready and confident. The lesson went smoothly and the students enjoyed using the graphic organizers to understand the story better. Miss Emma was proud of herself for staying calm and finding a solution to her problem. All right, going back, looking at our story, who can tell me some key points or something that happened, what the solution was to my morning? So let's start off with, what was my problem? Yes, my problem was that I couldn't find my graphic organizer, and that's what we need as a class to be successful, because that was based on our lesson and our learning objective about reading comprehension. And what was the solution to my problem? Was I prepared? Did it all fall apart and we just didn't get to learn today? What was the solution? Yes, my solution was that thankfully I had emailed it to myself, right? So we have a digital copy. So these are our resources. Using our resources, like you guys have Chromebooks, I have a laptop very similar to your Chromebooks that I can use, and I can pull up any information that we might need for the day. So does everyone understand what reading comprehension is and why it's important? So now you guys can relay the information about my story. You understand it, right? So now we're going to jump into a story that I'm going to read aloud to you guys. You guys are going to write down key information that might help you later. So once I read the story, you can talk amongst yourself in your groups, write down information that you think is important, and then we're going to answer 10 set of questions about the story. So if you're good at reading comprehension and you're listening, have your listening ears on, and paying attention to the story, you should have no problem answering the 10 questions that are going to follow. So let's get started with that story. Okay, this is about a fox named Felix. So let's get started. Once upon a time, in a small village, there was a clever fox named Felix. Felix loved to explore the forest and make new friends. One sunny morning, Felix found a beautiful golden feather on the ground. He picked it up and wondered where it came from. All right, let's pause right there and let's answer a few questions. What's the main character's name? Yes, it's Felix. And what did Felix find? Yes, Felix found a beautiful golden feather on the ground, and he wonders where it came from. Does anybody have any guesses as to where this feather came from? All right, those are some good guesses. Let's keep reading in the story and find out. Felix decided to follow a trail of golden feathers that led him deeper into the forest. After a while, he found a magnificent bird with shimmering golden wings. The bird looked sad, so Felix asked, "Why are you sad, beautiful bird?" So where did this feather come from? A bird, yep, which we could have probably guessed, but let's see if we can find out more information about the bird. The bird replied, "I lost my way home and can't find my family." Felix thought for a moment and said, "Don't worry, I'll help you find your family." Together they searched high and low, asking other animals if they had seen the bird's family. After a long search, they finally found the bird's family in a tall, ancient tree. So where did they find the bird's family? Yep, in a tall, ancient tree. The golden bird was so happy to be reunited with its family and thanked Felix for his kindness. From that day on, Felix and the golden bird became best friends, and they always helped each other often whenever they were in need. And so, Felix learned that helping others brings joy and new friendships. All right, that's the end of the story. What do you think the theme or the main idea of this story was? Were Felix and the golden bird friends to begin with? No, right? They had just met. They didn't really know each other, but Felix really wanted to help him find his family. So at the end of the story, were they friends? What did it say? Let's go back and read it. That's a good strategy. If you're struggling to answer a question, go back into the text and look and try and find your answer. So it says, and so, whoops, actually it's the next line. It says, from that day on, Felix and the golden bird became best friends, and they always helped each other whenever they were in need. All right, so have you guys ever met a new friend, right? And you guys, you don't know each other that well to begin with, but the more and more you spend time together, you become closer and closer, and you might have a best friend like Felix and the golden bird, right? Felix learned that helping others brings joy and new friendships. So that's the theme of this story, is friendship and helping each other out, right? So let's go answer 10 questions about this story. So number 1, what did Felix and the fox find on the ground at the beginning of the story? So what did Felix the fox find? Yes, Felix found a golden feather, right? If we go back into our text, it says, Felix found a beautiful golden feather on the ground. Number 2, why did Felix decide to follow the trail of golden feathers? Why did he want to follow this trail? Yes, he wondered where it came from. He was curious, right? Have you guys ever been curious? It means you're wondering something, trying to figure something out, right? He was curious and he wanted to know where it might have came from. Number 3, how did the golden bird feel when Felix first met it? So what was the bird's, what was he feeling? Was he feeling happy? Was he feeling confused? What was he feeling? Yes, he was feeling sad. It said the bird looked sad. So Felix asked, why are you sad? Number 4, what did the golden bird lose? So what couldn't he find? He lost something. Yes, he lost his family. Good work. Number 5, what did Felix promise to do for the golden bird? What did Felix promise him? He promised him to find his family. Yep, he said, don't worry, I'll help you find your family. Excuse me. And number 6, who did Felix and the golden bird ask for help during their search? So who did they ask for help? Number 7, where did they finally find the golden bird's family? Number 8, how did the golden bird feel when it was reunited with its family? Number 9, what lesson did Felix learn from helping the golden bird? And number 10, how did Felix and the golden bird's relationship change after their adventure? Once you're done with that, go ahead and turn it in and we will move on to the next lesson. Thanks.